Welcome to the Fun Astrology Podcast. Thomas Miller coming to you from Lord Jupiter on Wednesday, February 21st. We are in Pisces season and we are about to hit the road. I am so glad that this van trip across America is going to be happening during Pisces season, and I can't wait to bring you along with me. Now, if you hear a little bit of background noise, it's because I have the van door open, and we're going to be doing a lot of this on this trip across America, and I'm also documenting every inch of it for social media, so we will see you on social media, and that will be on TikTok, YouTube, and Instagram primarily, and also in our private Facebook group, the Subconscious Mind Mastery and Fun Astrology Podcast listeners. There's still a last little bit of packing going on in North Carolina. The trip officially begins this Sunday, and if you check all of our channels, we will see you there. And I guess I'll be doing Level Up from there as well on Sunday night at 8 p.m. Eastern. Now, we have an interesting development in the chart today. Do you see it? Do you see what my eyes see? If you glance down at Venus and Mars in Aquarius at 6 degrees, the only thing we need is a third planet, and we would have a 3-planet stellium. There was a guy that put something on Twitter a couple of days ago talking about the 9-degree stellium in Pisces that's going to happen in a week or so. And he was like, whoa! And somebody commented, and they said, well, this hasn't happened for thousands of years. Like, I'm not that old. But I think finding 3 planets on the same degree is pretty rare. It's going to happen soon. It almost happened today. No, not quite. And close enough does not work in this game. It has to be spot on. But we will be baking in this energy all day because those two kiss on the lips in the morning at 2:14 Eastern. That's the conjunction of Venus and Mars in Aquarius. Pluto is at 0 degrees, and of course then Mercury is almost on its way out, and that's the next big development in the sky, is Mercury moving into Pisces. That happens Friday at 2:28 a.m., Friday morning. Then to round out the energies that might be affecting us today, the moon enters Leo at 8:40 this morning Eastern, and that's the only thing on the agenda for today, all day long. So if you're up early, you have a void of course moon, and then that changes at 8:40 Eastern. That continues all the way until tomorrow, but you'll be feeling that Venus and Mars conjunction. How will you be feeling it? Well, think about Mars and Venus. There were not two more opposite bedfellows. Aggression, power, violence, war, and peace and harmony and beauty and softness and stillness. We did an Old Soul, New Soul a while back, or we have it coming, I can't remember, talking about conjunctions as either a positive or negative aspect. Which is it? And the discussion went along the path of kind of depends on who's conjoining. Well, this is one of those that it could be beneficial or it could be a challenge. I'm going to be doing a video from my Venus line. You know how some people will do like bicycle trips across the USA and they'll dip their tire in the water in the east and then they'll dip their tire in the water in the west? Well, I'm going to shoot a video on my Venus line in the east and then shoot a video on the Jupiter line in the west. And we'll be talking about the whole trip all along the way. If you're not in our Facebook group, that's where a lot of the kind of in-between stuff is going to happen. However, YouTube will be there too, so don't worry if you're on just our YouTube channel, you'll get to see it as well. Well, we have some interesting energy forming on both of these benefics because today Mars conjoins Venus. Now that, to me, would be a little bit more of a tense aspect. And then on Saturday night, Venus squares Jupiter. See, we have a bowl formation. You know Mark Edmund Jones, who wrote the horary book? He also developed the various chart formations, and bowl is one of them. We have a bowl formation, and all of the planets are in between a square, between Aquarius on one side of the bowl, one lip of the bowl. Go down in the bowl, you have Pisces and Aries, and then back up to the other lip, you have Taurus, and primarily there, of course, Jupiter and Uranus. So everything in Aquarius is squaring over to the other lip of the bowl, Jupiter and Uranus in Taurus. So that tension that you have been feeling is not only just the solar flares, which there have been a bunch of them, but it's also just that friction and that tension because everything is, you could even say, in between two parentheses. and they are squaring each other, and the loaded up energies are in those two signs where the squares are occurring. And there's Pisces in the middle with Saturn and the Sun, and we'll be talking about that next week because they conjoin next week. And poor Neptune is just trying to paddle its way out, but realizing it still has a lot of Piscean work to do before it leaves its home sign for Aries. So how do we play today? Well, you have the Leo fire energy, so there is that form of self-aggrandizement or accentuation. So watch that, because even if you are feeling it and control it, your coworker may not, or even somebody in your own home may not be recognizing that Leo energy. Hey, this is about me. And that moon is going to cross right over in opposition because it's in Leo, which of course is the opposite sign from Aquarius. So moon is opposite Mars. There's that tension. Moon is also opposite Venus. So it's saying, are you going to find that harmony and balance or be overcome by the Mars aggression? You know what? This is a great day, whether you're driving in traffic, standing in line someplace, riding on an airplane today. Maybe you're in New York and you're on a subway. Watch people. Just observe. Watch how people are responding to this aspect in the sky. Because I think what you're going to see is a lot of aggression. That people are going to be looking for balance, and that's where you come in because you're living your highest timeline and you caught this early and you kind of know what's going to be happening, so you can offset that energy, and if it comes up, you be the peacemaker. You be the one to bring the harmony to the situation because they're not going to find it today. There's too much fire and they could get overconsumed in it. All right, now we're going to be back, but I'm not sure when. I have a lot going on, but this is really fun doing this from the van. I just love this setup. So hopefully back tomorrow. It's going to kind of be a little bit catch can. And then starting next week, oh boy, we are on the road and the show is on. So I'm so excited. This is going to be a true blast. Got a lot of ideas, and some will happen along the way. So you have a great day, and hopefully I'll be back tomorrow. I'm hoping. All right. Bye-bye.